We are so fortunate here in Australia to be able to freely travel around this great country. And as you would have seen from our videos, we also enjoy some of the more remote places. However, after a time, we have found that our needs have changed, and the van starts to get that lived-in look about it. G'day.
G'day.
Thanks for stopping by.
Glad you could join us.
Well, we have been travelling now for nearly 5 years on the road.
Wow.
Been a while, hasn't it?
It has.
And
it has.
loving every minute of it.
Yeah, definitely.
But
I don't think we have any intentions of stopping.
No, not in the near future, that's for sure.
Definitely not.
But you know what? When we first put this van together all that time ago, it was actually about 5.5 years ago when we started planning it.
Yeah.
We were looking for something that was really comfortable, that was going to do us for the long term.
Absolutely.
It's a huge investment, as you know. And so we were looking for something that was going to be sustainable for us to live in.
What were people saying that they really needed or to be able to live in the van?
Making it comfortable as possible.
Oh, yeah, or regret they didn't do.
Yeah.
So we put in the van what we thought was going to make it, you know, a really good van, a home, but also a home that we could take to places that were really adventurous.
Yep. And at that time, a 2000 watt inverter was a big thing.
It was.
Nearly 500 watts of solar on the roof. Again, good power source.
And a lithium battery.
Yeah, not just the old AGM batteries.
No, like we got a lithium battery. It was a newer thing back then.
The independent suspension, more solid frame, the club lounge at the back here, for comfort.
All those kind of things that would make adventure possible for us, but also that we could live in this van comfortably.
Well, it's come to the time where we think it might be good to do some updating. It's like any house you might live in. I mean, we always used to update. You might repaint something, you might fit a new stove, you might put new things in. Caravans no different, particularly when you live in them the way we do. You probably get a bit sick of looking at the same thing over and over.
Yeah, but also everything gets used really, really well on a daily basis.
Yep.
You know, every single day.
I mean, so far we've actually done a bit of work already too. We've put a new awning on the van. We replaced the door handles with fresh ones. The other ones were looking a bit tired. We had the club lounge restuffed with
repuffed
padding. Yeah,
that's it.
So
just a few bits and pieces that we've had done to the van that we thought, you know, we've been living in it for so long, it just needs a little
bit of a freshen up.
A bit of a freshen up, that's the word. Yeah.
So in this video what I want to talk about is some of the things that we might like to do next and share our process of how we come to those conclusions, the costs involved in it, and what it looks like.
Yeah.
And what better way to start than at a caravan and camping show?
Oh, I love those caravan and camping shows.
And there just happens to be one here in Geelong.
Yay!
This weekend.
Wonderful. Let's go.
Let's check it out, see what we can find.
Yep, absolutely. I'm in for that.
We made it to the Geelong Outdoor Living and Caravan Show. Let's go check it out. See what's here.
Looking forward to it. Yay!
Our main goal here at the show is to check out what's around, what's new, and if there's anything that would improve our travelling experience, including the car and trips away from the van. Although, I don't think a swag's it.
Wouldn't be good for crocodiles.
Really? A rooftop tent? Can you imagine climbing up and down those stairs in the middle of the night?
Like on Taylor or flat.
Oh, that looks a bit more like our style.
I like it.
Oh,
It's good.
it was actually. Surprisingly, it's really comfy.
Now these inflatable boats caught our attention. Mind you, they're not cheap and they weigh around 40 to 50 kilos. So I think I'd struggle with the weight if it was on the roof of the car.
These would be great for fishing.
Time for lunch. Mind you, there's not much in the way of keto friendly here on offer. It's only for January. Thought we'd spend the rest of the time looking at vans and seeing what mods we might like to get for our van. Love this outdoor kitchen. Check out the power setup in here. What?
Black does look good with it. Yeah, it's airy. So you've got green, and then you've got white. I like it. Do you like it?
Oh, might be able to update the club lounge. Tell you, sometimes you come away feeling more confused. Well, I've just about walked my legs off, I reckon.
I'll tell you what, Paul.
Bit stiff and sore.
6.5 hours we were in there.
But
6.5.
it was amazing to see some of the stuff that's out and about in there these days. I tell you, we did get sucked into looking at some of the vans. So, although we didn't buy one, but there's a lot of good stuff out there.
Some lovely stuff out there.
Got some great ideas to where to go with the van. So we'll just get all that together. Anyway, for now,
And keep talking about it.
that'll do us for today.
It will. Oh, definitely will.
Go home and put the feet up.
Yes.
Well, what'd you think? Did you get any ideas from the caravan and camping show?
Yeah. So I really noticed an enormous change in the power systems.
Our power is inadequate for what our lifestyle is at the moment.
Yes.
We really need to do something about the power.
Yes.
Getting a bigger inverter, or more battery power, more solar on the roof, things like that.
One thing I really did notice was how many of those vans were gasless. So there was no gas inside whatsoever. You couldn't have gas on the outside, so you can, have your Weber
But inside it was all inverter and electrical,
exactly.
which again requires a bigger power source for that.
Yeah.
But one of the benefits of that would certainly be the dust ingress. Like if you're on dirt roads and that, you can seal the van up. Even on that, there was so many fridges that didn't have external vents. So again, one less place where dust can actually get into the van. I don't know how easy it would be to actually eliminate the vents without actually replacing the whole fridge. I noticed all of the high-end caravans had airbags. And they could be managed through an app on your phone.
What?
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, so you can adjust the ride, whether you're on bitumen, on dirt roads, level the van up when you're at site to a certain degree.
Oh, I noticed in some of these vans, Paul, can you believe it? Midgie screens.
Ah, yes.
So the other thing I really fell in love with, but I'm still trying to convince Paul, is an external...
I'm right next to you, I can hear you.
I know. Is an external kitchen. I love the idea of an external kitchen. We do most of our cooking, especially smelly cooking, outside anyway. But to have something you can just slide out and use, I really, really like that idea, Paul.
My concern with it is you have to give up space somewhere else. And we use most of our space. So for us in this van, we would probably have to put it in the front tunnel boot. So I think the main things that we would take away from this is we want to upgrade our power source.
Definitely.
We want to have a look at the airbag suspension.
Yep.
We want to look at our outdoor kitchen.
Yes.
And we want to look at finding ways to seal the van. Is it too late to make our van gasless? Yep. In which case we could replace the door and maybe seal up the back of the fridge.
Yeah, and the other things like the midgie screens and tunnel boot doors.
One of the things we've recently updated was our annex. Not that we changed it or anything, but last time we were in Adelaide, we called into Star Major, who actually made our annex, and they fitted a zipper to the top parts of all the panels, which means you can unzip the bulk of the annex from this zipper and run it along. Rather than trying to explain it, let me show you what I'm talking about. That'll be much easier.
Absolutely.
Today we are off to Adelaide, heading down from Mount Pleasant to Adelaide to get some work done on the annex. Star Major has kindly offered to upgrade our annex a bit, do some modifications to it, which apparently will improve its functionality.
It'll make it easier to put up, apparently.
Yeah.
So, hey, yeah, great.
Yep, let's do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I've arrived at Sar Major, and we're going to take the annex in. And here it is over here.
Ooh, gonna get a new system for our annex.
All right,
It's so exciting.
Get these puppies inside, eh?
Yeah. Can you manage that? I'll close the lid.
So they're going to hang on to the annex for the day. We are going to go and check out Adelaide. It's a beautiful day, so it should be good. I believe this is what we're getting done to our one, a zip-off wall. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes compared to what we have had. Then back at the factory. Alright, so we picked up the annex now. It's had the new modifications to it. Looking forward to testing out. I'm not going to probably test it out for a couple of weeks because we're not going to be anywhere long enough to put the annex up. So, but as soon as we do, I'll be putting it on film. We are here in St Leonard's for the next few weeks. St Leonard's, Victoria. For the next, I think about 5 weeks actually. When we set up somewhere for 5 weeks, we pretty much like to make ourselves as comfortable as possible, which includes putting the annex up. When we first bought the annex, I wasn't a big fan of the idea. Wenda was really keen to get hold of one. She really felt like it was going to make a difference to the way we did things. I thought it would just end up sitting in the back of the car or in a cupboard somewhere and never come out. When we stay somewhere for a week or more, we do tend to put it up a bit. It does create a great space to sit in when it's blowy outside, so you can get outside of the van. So if it's blowy or the weather's not the best, it gives you somewhere to sit outside the van. You can eliminate a lot of the bug issues from inside the annex. Well, this is the first time I've had a chance to test out a zip-off system. So I thought, well, perfect opportunity to demonstrate what this zip-off system can do. We've also replaced our sea gear mat. So we've got a whole new setup here. We've got the annex walls have been redone, the new awning and the new floors. Anyway, let's get into it. So previously the walls were one solid piece, and you'd have to run the beading through the runner here, holding the whole thing up. But now they've actually installed a zipper into it, so you can zip off the top part of it, which is much lighter and much easier to work with. It's still the same system over the side here, where you got the Velcro strip comes down. So what I'll do is I'll put the top bit on, the Velcro strip, and then it should be just a matter of zipping up the walls after that. All right, see how it goes. The first thing I noticed is that it was much easier to handle. Not just the weight, but how easy it was to work with. Looking good. And as you can see, working with the zipper was easy enough. Well, that was pretty simple really. Much easier than before. I used to do it myself anyway, but this time around, man, that was much simpler to do it that way. The main wall is better to work with too, although a little fiddly as there are 4 wall sections to zip up, but still easier to work with than previously. And there you have it, the annex. It wasn't too bad. I did improve it. The side walls, it certainly made a huge difference, and that was a lot easier to handle. Overall, I'm really happy with it. Yeah, that's it. All right, we're set up now for the next few weeks. Looking forward to spending some time with family and just chilling out. Well, I've done the research. I've looked at the cost of all of those upgrades we were looking at, and it's actually a bit more expensive than I thought. There's quite a cost involved in some of these, which I didn't think would be that much. The big one was the power upgrade.
Yeah.
And that's getting a bigger battery, more solar on the roof,
A lot more solar on the roof.
and a different system for charging it. So the wiring, they were going to do a bit of the wiring of that. But that's going to cost, to get that done, is $6,800.
So we can call it.
So it's not cheap,
7,000.
but to get it upgraded.
Oh goodness, yeah. We upgrade nothing else. It has to be the power.
Yeah. So the power is a big one. But then when you add airbag suspension, now that's just the suspension is going to cost around the $5,000 mark.
Do you know what else I love about a new suspension though? You get that particular airbag where it can level it for you. Do you know what that would save? Very
Our marriage?
Nah, but it would save sore bodies. Because even if your bed is a little bit out, I find that my body really becomes sore with that.
Yeah.
Might be getting old, but still.
No, definitely not. but the airbag suspension, $5,000 to upgrade that. But on top of that, there's installation. Now, I'm not sure what that would cost, but it should be around $1,000 or something.
Yeah.
But we found out too, you actually have to get an engineer's report because it changes the makeup of the structure of the chassis.
And possibly the weight.
We wanted to get a new door, one that seals so it would keep the dust out, the exit door.
Yeah. We wanted to replace the exit door for the dust because it has a really good rubber seal around the newer doors as opposed to the Caterpillar.
Yeah.
But also to keep more of the insects out.
But the door we're looking at is about $1,800. The ventless fridge was another one we were considering because again it would remove another ingress point for dust.
Yeah.
$3,000. One of them. Slide out kitchen.
Yeah, I really
Love
like
those,
that.
they're nice.
Yeah.
I'd want one of them. So the slide out kitchen that we wanted, $2,500. Yeah. And then finally, the last one that we were seriously considering. I mean, there are other ones, sort of honourable mentions.
Honourable mentions. I like that.
like the windows.
Yeah.
Replacing some of them so we get the midge screens and a different setup.
Yeah.
And some of them, a bit of pinstripes down from some of our travels. I didn't even cost them. But the new hatches for outside, the tunnel boot hatches and things like that, I figure they'd be about $600.
Okay.
Anyway, I don't know if you've been adding this up in your head as we've been going along, but you're not going to get much change out of $20,000 if you're getting any change. Now, take into account, we've already spent $5,000 on the awning, struts, getting the couch repadded, the new door handles on all the cupboards, other bits and pieces. We've already spent $5,000 with the upgrades. So that'll be a $25,000 upgrade. So again,
but that's not including having the airbag suspension installed and I reckon we're looking close to $30,000.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I didn't even put the installation in.
Yeah. $30,000. Oh my goodness.
So,
look, let's be really clear. There's nothing wrong with this van. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this van.
No.
This van, in fact, is in really, really good nick. But for the kind of travelling that's evolving for us, the off-grid, the dusty adventures, for those kind of adventures, we spend months cleaning up.
And we spend a lot of time chasing power. However, given that for $30,000,
it's a lot of money.
I know, I wonder if we couldn't get a new van, a changeover, trade this one in, sell it or whatever, with an extra $30,000 or maybe a bit more, I don't know, we could get a van with those things in it, plus it's brand new.
Getting a new van, that sounds almost scary.
It would mean the kids would have to sacrifice their inheritance. But I reckon they'd be willing to do that.
Do you really think so? We'll have to ask them about that, won't we?
Alright, I think we need to go back to the drawing board and have another look at this though.
Yeah.
After seeing some of those vans at the show, I think there's some nice stuff out there and it might be nice to have a brand new one. Well, let's have a look at what it would cost us to change over from this van into something brand new with the extras that we were looking at putting on this van. We'll need to come back next time to see what we come up with.
You will.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Well, we've just got to the back end of January. Into February, we're ready to start our adventures again. Hitting the road. We've done our grandparent duties for the year. Well, for January.
January.
We've done our healthy eating.
Yes, we have. We've
A
done
month of keto.
a month of keto. Yeah. Yeah.
Looking forward to a Palmer again. The keto Palmer just
Not
didn't quite
keto.
cut it.
No, not keto. Not keto.
No. But most of all, looking forward to hitting the road again.
Yeah.
And we've got some really big plans for this year. Some of the trips we've got planned. We're heading up to Barrington Tops in New South Wales from St Leonard's in Victoria, and then we're going to go across to the top of the Darling River, and we're going to track the Darling River down to Wentworth, where it bumps into the Murray River.
Yep. As you would know if you watched our video.
Exactly, yeah. we loved our Murray trip so much.
So
We thought,
much.
well, let's try and replicate it a bit with the Darling River. I'm sure it'll be totally different, but I'm really looking forward to hitting that one.
Yeah, I am too. I'm really looking forward to it.
So come and join us next time as we head out to Barrington Tops.
Yes.
We'll do a couple of things on the way, maybe test out some free camping and see what we can find on the way to explore Barrington Tops.
Places I've never been before, and I'm really looking forward
Heard
to
some good
this
stuff
trip.
about it.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye for now.
Bye.